What's good everyone, and welcome back to Chefkoch, your go-to channel for exploring the meaning, history and culture behind rap music, one story at a time. Leave a like and a sub if you enjoy content like this. You can join my community Discord through the link in the description, follow my brand new Instagram account for more rap videos, and now sit back and enjoy the 9th episode of my series Underground Rap Around the World. And today I want to introduce you to the underground scene from India, so that you can expand your musical knowledge and get tapped into the new wave. Now, India has a huge music scene since it's also a huge country where artists make music in many different languages such as Hindi, Urdu, Tamil, Punjabi or English amongst others. However, the underground rap scenes are still unknown to most rap enthusiasts outside of the country. That's why I want to highlight it in this video and present you some of my favorite Indian rappers. But this video wouldn't have been possible without my colleague Buddha, who's very active in the Indian underground and who put me on to most artists I'm going to talk about today. So big shout out to you. And now let's start the video with Reesh.
I've been working a lot. I don't talk about the bands. You can say what it's not. Do that shit, don't pretend.
Reesh, an artist with Tamil roots, was born and raised in California, and before making his own music, Reesh already was a part of his school's marching band, where he would play the drum set. During that time, he also used to freestyle with his friends, but what truly pushed him towards making music was the way he analyzed songs while listening to them, imagining how certain elements of a track could sound better if changed. And instead of just contemplating about it, he decided to make music himself and implemented those ideas. His friends and fellow artists Sahil and Samir showed him how to record and create music, and Reesh officially started releasing music in 2021 with a wide range of musical influences like Che, Coldplay, Jays, Kendrick Lamar, Lil Uzi Vert, Ski Master Slump God, Sofego, Tana, Yeet and Young Fazo amongst others. And especially the album's closed captions by Jay and Reverence by Jays played a big role in evolving his sound. Now his first album Just For Me, which came out in January 2023, is sonically very influenced by rappers like Yeet, and Reesh became deeply involved in the US underground at the time, and underground artist Tana even produced the song Why Hate from the album. Moving on, I also want to mention his second album Catch a Stray from June 2024, which is a solid trap record, but we also need to talk about Reesh's current singles run. He has been dropping a lot of songs in 2025, and the songs Reesh currently makes are very uplifting, positive and sometimes spiritual. A feeling that comes from blending vibrant Indian cultural sounds into modern rap instrumentals. Therefore, Reesh and his producers integrate traditional Indian instruments like the sitar and tabla, along with occasional vocal samples from famous Bollywood movies into his music. An example for this would be the track Bring Them Doom, where Reesh sampled music from the Bollywood movie franchise Doom and blended it with a rage instrumental.
I wear new Prada and I got Balenci. Yeah, I've been on go and now shit I'm feeling risky. Yeah, she not a hoe. Yeah, I picked her cause I'm picky.
And Reesh actually created a collective titled Bollytech, which focuses on exactly this sonority that blends traditional Indian instruments with modern rap beats. Bolly in this case represents Bollywood and cultural South Asian sounds, while Tech represents modern underground rap sonorities. And the other members of the collective include artists Itias, Redwater, the main producer Robo, Saif and Samir. On Reesh's Spotify page you can find a lot of great Bollytech anthems, most of them are on the screen right now, but my favorite track has to be #Pehla.
I just stay to myself and I tiptoe. It's a quiet game, this shit is shit show. Sip on this drink kinda lethal. Don't wanna tell wanna see you.
I really like the trap instrumentals with the traditional Indian samples. It's a very fresh sonority which gives Reesh's music a cultural identity, and this process also allows him to learn more about his own roots and spread his culture globally through the rap cosmos. Reesh even wants Bollytech to expand into more genres such as indie, metal and rock, and his goal is to uplift and motivate people by proving that Indian or Desi artists can shine globally, and I think that this is a great project. Honestly, the different South Asian cultures deserve way more appreciation globally, and Reesh for sure can help to spread this message through his music. But now let's move on to the next artist, 14K. 14K is an artist from Mumbai who raps in Hindi and who I found randomly back in 2025 through an Instagram reel promoting his song titled Jerkwave. Obviously I never had listened to Indian jerk music prior to that, so I had to check him out and I instantly acknowledged 14K's potential. His discography is still very small to this day, but 14K's music definitely sounds refreshing. Some of his best songs include Wanna Leave and Zaruri, as well as his EP Hermit's Temple from December 2024. But I also want to mention 14K's album Victory Lap from January 2026, which I really enjoyed due to songs like Say It Loud or Swag Those, but my personal favorite has to be Teri Kasam. As you can hear, 14K doesn't limit himself to the jerk sonority, he also tries out many other subgenres, and especially due to his distinctive voice, I think that he can have a great run in the industry. And now let's move on to MoneyEz. MoneyEz started making music in 2022 in English and Hindi. He released an album titled Cybernetic Rage in June that year, which goes, like the name suggests, into the rage sonority. And MoneyEz would develop the soundscape in the years to come on his albums Purple Mercury from March 2023, as well as Rager Music from January 2025, which is a very solid rage tape, and my favorite song on here has to be X. So up until this point, MoneyEz already solidified himself as a talented rage artist in the Indian underground, with Gabe, Playboi Carti and Yeet being major influences. But as another highlight of MoneyEz's discography, I need to mention his most recent record, New Swag, from January 2026, which goes into the rage but also jerk and electropop sonorities. The New Swag definitely has to be his best and most polished record yet, with talented songs like Horrid Henry or Swag Jack, but my personal favorite on the album has to be Alak. And last but not least, let's talk about Sufr. Sufr is an artist from Bangalore who raps and sings in Hindi. He started making music in 2022, and as highlights of Sufr's earlier discography, I want to mention his album S from August 2022 that goes into the rage and R&B soundscape. Next to that we have the O2 EP from August 2023 that goes into the Asian rock and pop sonority, and the Before Amnesia EP from January 2024, which includes some experimental trap songs like Madhumaki. In addition, we need to talk about Sufr's most recent album Amnesia Side A from February 2025, a two-part album that first includes R&B hits and then focuses on experimental trap songs with features from 14K, MoneyEz and Reesh amongst others. Sufr actually does a lot of collabs with other Indian rappers, and that's something I really like about the Indian underground. The rappers actually respect each other and hop on each other's songs, and that way the entire scene can grow more naturally. Now coming back to Amnesia, in my opinion it is Sufr's best record yet. I really like the genre blending between R&B, pop and trap, and my favorite song on here has to be Vizzy. Sufr for sure loves to explore many different genres in his records. He's a very versatile artist who tried out R&B, pop, UK garage, Asian rock, Jersey club, supertrap, experimental trap and rage before, but I enjoy his R&B, pop and trap fusions the most. And Sufr has a really great voice, he actually can sing, so this helps a lot for his genre fusions as well. Now in the last month, Sufr actually completely blew up in India due to his song Bagard, I probably butchered that name, and now a huge R&B song with over 40 million streams. However, he still makes rap records to this day as well, which are still very underrated in my opinion. So despite Sufr not being underground number-wise anymore, I still wanted to include him in this video. But with that being said, I hope that I was able to introduce you to underground rap from India. The scene might still be in its infancy, but in my opinion it is a very underrated music scene with a lot of potential that deserves more attention. And thanks to this video you can already get tapped in today. Therefore, check out everyone I presented today. Also take a look at the pinned comment for some honorable mentions if you want to dive deeper into the Indian underground scene. I'll also make an Instagram post about my favorite Indian underground songs. And with that being said, thank you so much for watching this video till the end. Leave a like if you enjoyed it and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, that helps me out a lot. Cheers!